Hey, what's up everybody? We're going to talk about a couple of builds that we can do in set 6 here. This is all theory crafting, so we don't know how this is actually going to work. I'm going to be testing it out on the PBE to see which ones of these are going to work, which ones aren't. There's a lot of information that I don't have, so you know, a lot of it's going to be super incomplete, but we're going to go into it and we're going to take a look and we're going to test these later. So let's talk about 3 Innovator. This is your core early game, okay? But we're gonna go 3 Innovator. Then I think Scrap is gonna be really big and Clockwork is gonna be really, really nice early game. So we're gonna run like a Camille plus, who do we want as a Scrap? In terms of Scrap, we probably want like a Blitzcrank. We probably want more frontline. So like a Blitzcrank or a Trundle would be fine. Let's just assume Blitzcrank, okay? So this is going to be our core board on level 5, and we're going to slow roll on level 5. We're going to look for Ezreal 3, we're going to look for Singe 3. Prioritizing damage items onto Ezreal and defensive items on Singed. I don't know what we're gonna have. We're probably gonna leave like incomplete items on Ezreal. I don't know if what his items are going to scale off of, but I have a feeling it's going to be something like this, potentially a blue buff in there as well. Like a blue buff could be good. I don't know what his mana cost is. His mana cost is either 50 or 60, I think. So glove start's going to be really strong for this. This also is going to depend on whether or not his ability is magic damage, but it's going to depend on whether or not it can automatically crit. If it already can crit, then we probably won't go JG, and then let's just put, you know, some fat tank items on my guy here. Okay, let's just say that. Okay, so this is kind of your core looking comp right here. These are the important units right here, the core. At least these 3 are the core. Okay, Blitzcrank, Camille can all be dropped later. You're gonna slow roll, you're gonna hit these 3 stars, and then you're gonna push to level 7 or 8. When you push to level 7 or 8, you're gonna drop these, and then you're gonna go and you're gonna look to put in 5 Innovator. Now you're gonna go Heimerdinger until you can transition out of that for Jace for the extra attack speed. Okay, Jace is going to be your backline. You could also potentially frontline Jace if we need more frontline. We'll probably run like a Chemtech frontline, actually. You could go with like a Mundo Zac. That way you get the 2 Bruiser as well, and you get a little bit of CC, and you get some strong frontline. True, Talon, Katarina, reroll. I don't see like Cat being the main carry, though. I see Talon being the main carry. And you go 3 Imperial. Where is it? You go Swain and eventually Scion, but you probably play Samira early. So if you're rolling on 6 for this, it's like 5-6. Can you play 4 Assassin? And then when you go 7-8, you play 6 Assassin, you go 9, you drop Samira 4. That's no frontline though. Swain isn't enough frontline. Just like Swain Samira, like it's just not going to be enough. I don't know. I do think Talon reroll is going to be possible, but I wonder if it's going to be Talon or if it's going to be Cat carry. And I feel like if you do this, you're probably going to have to look for 3-star Swain as well, or you're just not going to have enough frontline to stall for your assassins. Kog'Maw. Now here's one that I think is going to be actually really good. A Kog'Maw reroll. But it's going to be dependent on Mutant, I think. You'll play it with this to start, and then eventually they'll transition off of this to this. Alright, but you'll play it with this to start. And you'll play Sniper. You can reroll Tristana. And you also play freaking Twin Shot. Probably play Graves. It depends a lot on what mutant it is, right? If you were to play for Twin Shot, maybe. and you could go like Urgot, Jinx, and then you drop this to play Bruiser. Actually, what if you played just with Bruiser and you 3-starred Vi as well, so that you could get Sister later on? You wouldn't get Mutant unless you did this and this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can't fit this in until 9. Yeah, I think there is some potential, but you're basically playing for Jinx in the late game. Zyra I'm super interested in. Okay. Could there be a Zyra reroll? I don't think so. I think if anything, it would be a Heimer reroll. I don't like this at all. Who do you play as your front line? I mean, I guess you could go with the Chemtech Bruisers. The Mundo Zac. But you could reroll Zac as well. You could reroll. I don't know, maybe. Maybe it's got some possibility. And you could potentially 3-star. You have like a lot of 3-star potential. Several 3 costs. Even 3-star Zyra. I don't love it. I don't love it at all. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Lissandra. I actually think Lissandra can fit with a lot of things. You know, we already saw the Heimer with the Chemtech, with the Zac as well. And roll them alongside. I don't know if Lissandra's actually going to be enough to do damage, though, is the thing that I'm most concerned about. But maybe if you did like a 5 Chemtech with Lissandra carry. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Okay, now this is what I am really, really convinced is going to be crazy good. Okay. Rerolling for this. Swain and... So it depends on like how good Arcanist is and how strong Malzahar feels. But I actually think this is going to be really, really strong. And this is going to be your core. Is Malzahar 3, Vex 3. Now again, I don't know if this is going to be necessary for 6 Arcanist or if it's going to be enough damage as it is. It's possible that you'll just want to drop these and play stronger units. If you get a good mutant trait, then you can play your Zac Mundo frontline. Wait, no, who's the other mutant? Mutant. Cho'Gath, that's who it is. It's Mundo Cho'Gath. And you can also potentially reroll Cho'Gath. So you'll have that option for frontline. If Vex is enough solo frontline, then you can probably just get away with running the 6 Arcanist or 4 Arcanist and then playing like Orianna, Zillion, CC. You know, you can run that, or you can just run like a Tom Kench. You can run a Yuumi. You can run, like, let's just say you throw in a Yuumi in there, okay? You get to buff your Lux a little bit, so you've got a second carry. I don't know. Say you throw in a Scholar. Who are the Scholars again? Who would be a good Scholar to fit with this? Maybe Janna. Okay, maybe fit in a Janna. Maybe you need some more frontline. Maybe you put in a Galio. Maybe you put in a Tom Kench. Maybe you put in a Scion. Maybe you put in a Braum. Maybe you put in Mundo. Maybe, like... I think there's a lot of potential with this. I think the core of the comp is going to look something like this with 3-star Vex, 3-star Malzahar. Now, I don't know what his mana cost is going to be. I do think it's going to be... Let's Spark. Interesting. You're not going to need Spark on this. You're going to want Shojin. Where the heck is Shojin? That's Declaw. Wait, what? Am I blind? Somebody help me find Shojin. There it is. Probably going to be Shojin, JG, Deathcap. I think this is just going to be best in slot. So you can tier start or you can rod start. I'm really excited to try this comp. Carry Ziggs early or something. Like if you get a Ziggs start, just carry Ziggs early until you hit the Malzahar and then you transfer items to Malzahar. Echo, I think you would reroll with Shaco. I don't even want to talk about this because I freaking hate assassins and I don't want anything to do with assassins. I think assassins should just die. But yeah, I can 100% see a Shaco reroll. I don't know if Syndicate will be a part of it. If you'll run like something like this and then you drop this for a Kali. And then you just run like 4 assassin or 6 assassin or whatever. Yeah, so I don't know how Yone and Fiora are going to fit. I think Jin's going to be really easy to play. Just a 2 sniper, 2 clockwork. So let's say this, and you're probably going to want Tristana. Tristana is better. Okay. And then you just have like free roam to put whatever front line you want. I don't think it matters at all what the front line you put. But I think this is like your core. If you need 4 sniper, then you can drop in 4 sniper. Who's the other sniper? Assume you're 8, so you'd have room for 3 frontliners. Braum plus another bodyguard. Like a Braum Leona. It's not a strong enough front line, is it? I don't think you play 4 sniper. I think you're actually better off doing something like this. 4 bodyguard. I don't know, something like this maybe. But I think this is going to be your core backline is the 2 clockwork, 2 sniper. And I don't think you're going to go for any other snipers. I think you're just going to go for Tristana because Tristana gives you the option of knocking people back. Lux, I'm pretty sure is a 4 Academy 2 Arcanist or 4 Academy 4 Arcanist build. You probably run like this. I don't know, Garen. Could also run Graves instead. Orianna carry I do not think is going to be a thing. Healing and shielding. Well, maybe not. Like, let me just take a look at enchanters, okay? Say we go with that. Let's just assume for a second we go for an Orianna carry, okay? What kind of front line do we want to go with this? But then you need a strong front line. Like a Braum Galio. Can you go Braum Galio maybe? With an Orianna carry. I don't know if Orianna carry is going to be... You get high magic resist, healing and shielding. You can play Leona until that point. You could also just play a Zillion for clockwork or something instead of like Zillion and Leona or something. Like big bodyguards, whatever. But you're just not going to have enough damage, are you? Unless Orianna does good damage, it's just not going to be enough damage. So it'd be something like this. Again, the biggest concern is there enough damage? Urgot, I think the comp for Urgot is going to be... who is it? Is it Zach? Chemtech, Mundo, Vi, and Cho'Gath. Actually, is it going to be Cho'Gath? It's probably going to be Tahm Kench, okay? And then you're going to have your twin shot back here. Simple as that. So you're going to have something like this. And Urgot's going to be your carry. But I think this is going to be kind of the core. And then you would drop this for this. Warwick reroll. I do think there's going to be potential for Warwick reroll. I don't know how it's going to fit in. Maybe it's going to be like a 5 Chemtech Warwick reroll or something.